Hello to all my friends out there, and happy holidays to everyone. And thanks for all the comments. I really appreciated them. And so this video is chatting over tea on the time to think about an emergency is before an emergency. So, okay, here is my new teapot. But the first day I bought it, I don't know if you can see it, I cracked the spout bad. So I don't know how much longer he can last, but I decided I'll just enjoy him until, his arm breaks off. I don't suggest paying much money for teacups and tea party stuff because it's really, really easy to break. I was being careful with this guy and I still broke him. So I'm having some mint tea. And I have 1/16 teaspoon cinnamon, and I have some green mint tea, and I bought this tea for $1. One thing I did, again, and I cannot believe I did it, and don't ever do this, is I overloaded my teapot. So now I have to underload it with only 1 cup, so it doesn't crack. And so I have some green tea, and now I want some good honey. And I finally just decided, for good honey, just plain honey is good enough. It's supposed to be about 1/2 tablespoon. And then a little lemon. So chatting on the time to prepare for an emergency is before an emergency. So I've been thinking about it for a long, long time. I've been fortunate. I have never really had any really bad emergencies, but they can happen to anyone. This is the most relaxing one. I like this, and it's decaf. And so I made some little bites of food. I had 1/2 piece of turkey. I buy this turkey at Dollar Tree, some cheese, and then I had some cream cheese and chives. And that's my raisin bread, the scraps that are left. And this thing, this Madonna and Child, is on sale on eBay. And my eBay is doing pretty well, considering it takes you a while to get the hang of it. And so the time to think about an emergency is before an emergency. So what would be the best way to do that? Well, in my mind, the best way to do it would to be live part of the time as if you were in an emergency. So if you are ever unemployed or displaced, you won't suffer as much. You might still suffer, but not as much. So here is what I do. Okay, I bought this bean soup, and it's in my food storage. And tonight, I'm just going to cut these hot dogs up and heat it in the bean soup. And that'll be a good little meal for me, and it's cheap too. I bought these hot dogs for $1. That's 1/2 package. And chili, okay, I keep chili, and this is my leftover turkey. So we had turkey 2 days in a row, so we've had enough turkey. So these are 2 really cheap meals, and this is some Great Northern beans, and I froze ham. I bought big pieces of ham, and I keep those in the freezer. And I have a little tea and some cookies because being miserable isn't going to help anything. I don't care what the emergency is. And so, if you find one idea, just one idea of something that you might be able to handle, if God forbid you ever had an emergency, I think the best thing is save your money. Eat a few cheap meals now and then. It's not going to kill you, and then if you ever had to eat any cheap food, it wouldn't be so painful. And so I've been posting my cheap ideas, and I bought this poinsettia at Dollar Tree for $1. And you know, you don't have to spend a lot of money to enjoy life. Another thing that I think is important is when you get extra money, if you get some extra money, $100, $50, don't spend it. You know, save it. And so I think the best strategy is live as if you are in an emergency. Then if you ever are in an emergency, it's not as bad. It's still bad, of course. And the other thing is the best car you can afford, if you can afford one. If not, put it into the back of your mind and, you know, try to, I'll try to get everything. Try to get a decent car and keep your car full of gas. Now, my car is a mess because I just moved really bad. And, you know, if you buy things like this thing, you could always sell it. I bought it for $2. If I hadn't broken it, which I did, I could have definitely sold it for $2. So God bless you all.